Hello again. My name's Cole. Welcome to my channel. So last week I did a quick video review of this guitar and I thought it wasn't very good once when I went back and watched it. So I'm calling a do-over. I'm going to do it again. This time I actually made talking points. And yeah, I'm allowed to do a do-over. It's the internet. There are no rules here. So, PRS SE McCarty 594. I've gigged with it a few times and it's fucking awesome. So, why I bought it. I wanted a dual humbucker, fixed bridge, and straight string pull across the headstock for tuning stability and just have a great gigging guitar. Okay? So, the specs on this bad boy. It's a solid body guitar. It's got a maple top with a flame maple veneer, and they call this a shallow violin carve. So, I was fooled by this the first time that I saw it. I thought that this was a legit maple top, and it's actually not. So you have your big slab of maple on top, and actually this is just a paper-thin veneer. It looks great, but it's just the cheaper way of doing things. Let's see what else we got here. It's got a PRS two-piece bridge, which is made of zinc and brass, and I absolutely love the looks of it. This kind of chrome colored, I suppose that's the brass part, the chrome and the nickel plated looking stuff. And it's got vintage style tuners, which is, it's the same thing that is on my Les Paul Classic. The only thing I'm not crazy about is just how short the actual tuning pegs are, but they work. They stay in tune great. So that's it for hardware. The neck, it's a set neck construction, 22 frets. And the scale length is 24.594 inches. So that's where the 594 comes from. If you weren't aware, the McCarty 594, it's the scale length. So it's actually slightly shorter than like a Les Paul or a traditional Gibson style guitar. It's a bound mahogany neck, and it's a multi-ply construction. So if you looked on the back of this neck, I count at least 3 pieces of mahogany across the back, and actually if you look way up at the headstock here, to get these little extra wings, there's 2 more pieces out here. So there's actually 5 pieces of mahogany that they glued together to cut out the headstock, and then 3 that run all the way down the neck. Also, I should comment that the body is multi-piece. I counting at least 3 pieces of mahogany on the back here. You can definitely see the seam right here where it changes. I think there's another one right there. But, doesn't matter. Not a big deal. It's got a dual acting truss rod, which actually I was not aware of the first time I bought it. And all truss rods should be double acting, which means they can go pull the neck forward or back, depending on what kind of compensation you might need, which I think is just so much more useful than a standard truss rod. The neck shape is a pattern vintage, is what they call it. So it's a little fatter, I would say. It's not a super shreddy neck. It's not as big as my Les Paul Studio, which has the 50s style Gibson neck. That thing is huge. It's like a baseball bat. This is getting there. It's round. But not that big. It's not 50s big. I would call it like more like a 59 style of a neck. Not modern by any means, but certainly not like a big baseball bat thing. It's got a rosewood fretboard, 10-inch radius with the bird inlays. So, definitely all sort of vintage style appointments. So the pickups in this are, as far as I can tell from the specs, these two pickups are basically the same. They're called 5815 LTS in little parentheses. They call them low turn pickups, which I'm guessing is some sort of a underwound like PAF style pickup. Leonard Skinner right there. And they definitely are lower output than even like your 498T, Gibson pickups, and they're definitely lower turn than like a Duncan JB. So definitely more that kind of mid 50s vintagey vibe, but they sound great though. They really do. And they have the coil splitting. So this tone knob splits this one. This tone knob, when you pull it, splits this one. Very, very useful. I've got just sort of a Marshall Plexi sound right now with greenbacks. We'll do the neck pickup. Tap the neck pickup. Roll the volume back. And we can do the same thing with the bridge. Tap it. And we're back to humbucker. So yeah, very cool vintage sounding pickups. They're very open sounding, very warm. Like it a lot. Oh, it comes with a gig bag too, which I have right here. Nice, padded, heavy duty gig bag. Got a nice big zipper on it, big pockets, all good stuff. It came with 10 to 46 strings, which were comfortable enough, but I actually put 9s on it, 9 to 42s, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to work too hard. And so overall, I mean, this is a great value guitar for $899. It looks beautiful and it plays great. Where the money and the time was really spent, I feel, on this guitar is the neck. The frets are awesome. There's not a dead spot on it anywhere. If you do hear dead notes, that's my fault. That's my playing. It plays like an absolute dream. Like a dream. I did not change anything on this guitar other than the string gauge when I got it. Intonation was great. Perfect string height. Perfectly set up. It was totally rad. Right out of the box. I'll continue to gig with this guitar for a long time. I think this is going to be my main tool of the trade. I don't see any reason to play anything else just because it stays in tune so well and sounds beautiful and looks beautiful under the lights. With that, it's the first green guitar I've ever had too, and I just love the color. I mean, look at that. Just amazing. But anyway, super happy with my purchase. I hope you learned something from my video. I think this one turned out a little bit better than the last one. And thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.